Good day viewers and welcome to episode number 111 of Erongo Talk, brought to you all the way from Swakopmund. I am Otis, your host at the coast. Today we celebrate Caps Lock Day and bring you the news, the weather as well as the tides. We also feature an interview with entrepreneur Heinrich Hafeni, and all our loyal viewers can win their share of accommodation vouchers for the upcoming Namibian Tourism Expo being given away by Namibia Media Holdings. All you need to do is answer the pop-up question during our show. These vouchers are redeemable at any accommodation stand at the Expo from the 4th until the 7th of November. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. And now for your news. Yesterday, President Hage Geingob announced that Cabinet met this week to determine appropriate measures to be put in place which will inform the next decisions in the national and collective fight against COVID-19. Geingob highlighted 8 key measures that come into force on the 22nd of October until midnight 30 November 2020. These measures will apply to all 14 regions and can be viewed on our website www.erongo.com.na. The President said that the measures are aimed at ensuring an effective and robust response to COVID-19. In this regard, authorities will continue to employ measures to suppress the spread of the pandemic. The President also called on Namibians not to let their guard down, as the risk of a second wave remains real and possible. Then the Deputy Minister of Industrialization and Trade, Werner Sinimbo, is scheduled to visit the Erongo region from the 22nd until the 28th of October. Amongst others, she will hand over donations to various beneficiaries and launch the Buy Local Grow Namibia Karakulia Business Park campaign. Sinimbo's first appearance is in Swakop at Swakara Park on Thursday morning. Then she will travel to the harbour town on Friday. The Deputy Minister will move on to Henties Bay, where she will visit the SME Park on Tuesday. Sinimbo is also set to officiate the launch of the Buy Local Grow Namibia campaign in Swakopmund on Wednesday morning. She will then move to the inland areas of the region for visits to the Usakos SME Park and the Karibib Gemstone Center. Now, we all know that attempting to purchase a house without a plan in place can be a challenging situation. First-time homebuyers should prepare in advance for this, says Bank Windhoek's market research analyst Lloyd David. So if you are hunting for a home, visit our website www.erongo.com.na for some advice to help you purchase a home more conveniently. And then finally, Pro-Ed Academy's cricket and archery teams both scooped gold and were declared tournament victors. The archery team made history while representing the school from the first time at the 5th Namibian Archery in Schools program, NASP, in Windhoek. The archers were part of 82 archers from 12 schools and 1 club that participated at the elite event in the 3 bullseye and 3 D2D rounds. Pro-Ed's junior team, consisting of Monique Laas, Philip Roberts, Danica van Zyl and Danaya Laas, are the new junior national champions as they scored a total of 3,005 points. The Pro-Ed Academy Under 13 cricket team won the inaugural APS Sixes tournament for their age group after beating Windhoek Afrikaanse Privaat School in the final in Windhoek. Yes, so Nara Primary School girls team won the bronze medal in the Under 11 category, and Dynasig High School, both schools are from Office Bay, won the bronze medal in the Under 16 category. Close to 350 children from 4 regions in Namibia competed in the tournament, which started with regional tournaments before the winners progressed to the final. The CEO of Cricket Namibia, Johan Miller, expressed his satisfaction at the turnout. He said that originally 88 teams entered, but due to COVID-19 they could not all participate, and in the end they had 58 entries. Miller said that it was a great turnout in terms of numbers and the schools that were involved. The girls team of Nara Primary School in Walvis Bay did very well as they beat several boys teams to finish third in the under 11 category. These girls are a big inspiration to many boys and girls in the country, said Miller. He is also of the opinion that the cricket talent at the coast is enormous and believes the town of Walvis Bay and Swakopmund can become the cricket hub for the women's and girls cricket in Namibia. Miller singled out the Coastal Development Coach, Justice Angula, for the excellent work he is doing with the boys and girls. The tournament will definitely continue next year, and we plan to make it bigger and better by adding under 10 and under 12 categories. So, we will host a girls and boys tournament on the weekend of 23rd and 24th October in Swakopmund and Walvis Bay respectively, he said. And that concludes your news segment for today.
Joining us today is Heinrich Hafeni, who is quite well known at the coast, quite a well known businessman and well known in the tourism industry. Hi Hafeni, how are you?
Hi Erin, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for creating the opportunity to talk to you.
That's no problem at all. So Hafeni, you have created quite a well known business, quite a strong business, internationally known, locally known. Can you tell us a little bit about where your business came from?
Oh, my background, I was a safari guide in Africa. Obviously, prior to that, I worked in the hotels in Swakopmund as a dishwasher, a waiter, and traveling in 14 countries. Gave me a platform to start my own, come back home and give back to my Namibia by becoming an entrepreneur and starting my township tourism business in Mondesa. And that's how Hafeni Africa Tourism was formed.
Yes. Yeah. So when you are starting a business in the tourism industry, what do you do first? When you've decided, okay, this is what I want to do, I want to create a business, where do you start?
I think, where do you start? Many people, obviously, there are those who have ambition to become entrepreneurs. Obviously, it's part of their, purpose, and they start anyway without having any background of employment previously. But one of the best way to also start is that you, having worked in a hotel or working as a tour guide or having been in the industry itself, it's a good beginning for you to venture into a business, obviously, after you leave. So I always say that be the waiter, if you want to work at your own hotel one day, start washing dishes, and that's gives you confidence and propel you to the destination of your greater purpose of business. So I come from those ranks.
Mm-hmm. And then, what do you think makes a good entrepreneur?
A good entrepreneur, I think, somebody, a compassionate person, somebody who cares about service delivery of their community and their people, and respect. I think there's one word called compassionate. I think you are an instrument of great inspiration of a community, and then if you have the empathy about lifting people up, I think those are the ingredients, because when you're an entrepreneur and a catalyst of a greater change of our society, and you create opportunities and you inspire a different generation and those who are not in your generation to become greater version of themselves as a result of the great work that you will be doing in developing a better society.
And then with creating your own business and starting a business, there's obviously quite a great aspect of leadership involved in leading your employees. So what do you think makes a good leader?
Well, and I think that's a good one, and I think what makes a great leader is, again, we mentioned that you care about lifting people up. You've got I think on a business front, obviously, it says that you create a lot of opportunities. The question is very broad. What makes a great leader? I think it's just that you are down to earth person. You're very humble. I think humble is one of the most, and you're very grounded, and you don't let what you become get to your head, and become arrogant. I mean, arrogance in leadership is very horrible. I think a humble, somebody with a good heart, somebody, it's just a brave with an inner fortitude and a lot of love inside. And I say that you want to spread the love, and that love, lights up and ignites many other up. And as an instrument, as an entrepreneur, an instrument of greater success. You need to lead by example. You're a leader, and I think people have different views on what a good leader is. And I think that's about being humble, being grounded, having empathy, having a great vision. Without vision, and you're a leader, you obviously are doomed for failure. And obviously surrounding yourself as a good leader with great people around you, and especially COVID-19 came, and all I could say is that every great leader needs a great people around them. And if we've never done that before, I mean, your greatness is a result of the people that you associate yourself with and positive environment. Yeah.
And then your company and your businesses obviously didn't sprout out of the ground yesterday or the day before. Do you think that business and entrepreneurship has changed since you started your businesses?
Of course, I think. I mean, I was just a new kid on the block in the business arena, and especially in the tourism industry, which many of young people from my communities were not much relevant, and as a result, with many other contemporaries of young entrepreneurs upcoming, we've seen, being groomed by great veteran entrepreneurs in the tourism industry. I think, it's like a fresh breath of fresh air to a new generation of young entrepreneurs in the country, and many others as a result of us being involved. From diverse communities of our country continue to be. I think there's a change. We've been making good progress, and at the end of the day, it's never been easy. Obviously, as I said, I thank the mentors that have continued to shape me and add value to what I became today. And I think with that type of attitude and having a willingness to learn, and I think there will be change for those who want to succeed. They need to embrace a willingness to learn from others, embrace humanity, and we are all one. And then through, when we hold hands, like the president is saying, we can all become prosperous, and we can build this country. And especially with COVID-19 now, we've got a lot of work to do. We have to rebuild again, and it's not funny. And I even wrote it down on my social media and said, it's not for the faint-hearted. Those who are in business, especially in the tourism and hospitality, it's going to be a long, rough road, and a lot of jobs, and many companies will not make it. But at the end of the day, obviously, that's a prayer, and we're hoping that the industry will regain its energy. And as we proceed, we need to be more innovative. Service delivery obviously would be key component of us to, have retained customers. It does not matter which community or what type of business you're doing. Service delivery will become the order of the day going forward. And embracing one another and working together and holding hands will be key. And obviously there's a difference, obviously, in terms of the business environment has changed. Access to funding remain one of the massive problems within our communities. But at the end of the day, it's not about the funding. It's about the idea. It's about the vision. And as I said, it's all strong. Character, fortitude, vision, and hunger. That's what will make those who will survive will need to have those type of energy. Yeah.
And then lastly, in the business sector, there are certain trends. There are certain businesses that are popping up all over the place and then they disappear. What do you think makes a business that will last? What do you think is the secret to long-lived success of a business?
Again, I talked about the vision. You need to articulate the vision. Yeah. And because I can only say I want to get to the mountain, and that's the vision that I have. But the mission, how to get there, you need to associate yourself with the right people. Mm-hmm. You need to recruit the right team. Mm-hmm. You need to be able to make sure that they understand where you are going. And the moment that you don't do that, automatically your progression of where you want to go will be derailed, because you have people that obviously will derail your energy, that don't add value to you. And I think for success to materialize, it's again relooking at our organizations, We can have successful organizations, but it's the people we need to articulate strongly their visions, get the right people. And I think those who are looking for jobs just for the sake of the salary, obviously that's not what the institutions will want. We want those who add value to our organizations going forward. Obviously, we want to create jobs, and obviously, if everybody comes with a positive attitude to contribute to the growth of the institutions, we will all have jobs in this country. But the fact that you only have people that are looking for work, it makes it difficult for institutions. But anyway, it's not their work, it's not their fault. It's the business owner's fault because he's not articulated the vision, and obviously recruiting your neighbors which is not a problem, but it's just that you need to recruit the right people that adds value, that think out of the box. And I think institutional growth will grow to the next level, and obviously you need support from government institutions. Without government support, entrepreneurial growth will be very difficult to achieve. There's a lot of small businesses. Obviously, they've been difficult for them to grow their business without, you need support. They need to have that discussion, that advocacy of how do we help small businesses, incentives to grow. And I think that we need to go back to this drawing board and create new opportunities where I just know that government play a critical role to build an entrepreneurial society. And the private sector can do that, but with the intervention of government, it can go to the next level. And more jobs will be created, and prosperous society can be built.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Hafeni. That was Heinrich Hafeni.
No, thank you very much, Iréne. Thank you for Namibia's son, Erongo, and for the opportunity.
You're always welcome. Thank you, Hafeni.
Find us on Facebook and search for us on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Contact us via WhatsApp. Our daily show starts with the Afrikaans program Soggens met Shaal, perfect for the Afrikaans lovers.
Then it's time for the women's magazine program, The Mid-Morning Breeze with Olivia.
And for the youngsters and game fanatics, join Cody on the 3 to 6 drive. West Coast FM, your host at the coast.
Hi Erongo Talk viewers, my name is Leandra Low. I'm a journalist here at Erongo, and I'm also former Dutch learner of the Dana Secondary School 2012. So today I'm just going to share with you a short one study tip, and that is time management. Now your big exams are going to start on the 9th of November, so the pressure is on. So by now you're already at home. Draw up a schedule, start early morning, get 8 hours of sleep, get a nice breakfast, and then you start, let's say at 8 o'clock, you tackle biology. Then you take a 15 minutes a break, and then you tackle your next subject, let's say it's physical science, and so forth. What I usually did is I tackled my most difficult subject first, and then I studied by reading to understand what I am reading, if that makes sense. So it's very important that you do manage your time. You have enough times before the night. There's about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks before the 9th of November, so make sure that you are prepared. If you have drawn up a study schedule for you already, good shot. If not, please do so today. There's a lot of examples that you can find on the internet of a study schedule, but remain positive. You're going to be okay. We believe in you.
And now for the weather and the tides. The sun was out between 19:06 and 25:06 and will set between 2 minutes past 7 and 10 minutes past 7. The first high tide arrived at 20 past 7, followed by a low tide at 21 minutes past 1. The second high tide arrived at 7:45, followed by a low tide at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. The best conditions for fishing will be between 12:45 and 27 minutes to 3 today. Moving on to the expected weather conditions for today and tomorrow. A maximum of 18 with a 13 km per hour strong northwesterly wind is predicted for Walvis Bay today. A minimum of 13 and a maximum of 10 is predicted for the harbour town tomorrow. Swakopmund will enjoy a maximum of 18 with an 18 kilometers hour northwestern wind. A minimum of 13 and a maximum of 18 is predicted for tomorrow. A maximum of 18 is predicted for Henties Bay with a 13 km hour strong west-northwesterly wind. A minimum of 13 and a maximum of 18 is predicted for tomorrow. Arandas will enjoy a maximum of 25 with a 13 kilometers hour strong northwesterly wind today. A minimum of 13 and a maximum of 26 is predicted for tomorrow. Usakos will enjoy a very hot maximum of 37 with a 13 kilometer hour northwesterly wind today. A minimum of 16, and listen to this, a maximum of 40 is predicted for tomorrow. I really hope nobody melts over there. So a maximum of 39 is predicted for Karibab, also very hot over there, with a 15 kilometer strong northern wind. A minimum of 17 and a maximum of 39 is predicted for tomorrow. And finally, finishing up with Omaruru, where a maximum of 39 with a 13 kilometer hour strong northern wind will prevail in the area. A minimum of 18 and a maximum of 39 is predicted for tomorrow. And with that, we conclude your weather report for today. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed the content of our show today. Erongo Talk is an extension of our website www.erongo.com.na and our Erongo 24/7 Facebook page. You're most welcome to join our family of over 70,000 online followers. Go like and then click on the links on our Facebook page to access any of the stories we talked about, information about services as well as adverts on our website. And if you need to advertise or promote a product or your company, this is the place for you to be. Send us a WhatsApp at 08117 00040. I repeat that number, 08117 00040, and we will get in touch with you. You are also most welcome to drop us clips of what's happening in your community. Protect yourself, stay sanitized, healthy and safe. Please wear those masks at all times and keep your social distancing. Cheerio.